Why didn't Alexander the Great conquer Rome? Alexander the Great, unstoppable conqueror, fearless warrior, and the man who built one of the largest empires in history. But there's one question few people ask. Why did he never march west? Why did he not turn his armies toward Rome, a city that would later dominate the world? To understand, we must go back to the 4th century before Christ, when Greece was a land of rival city-states locked in endless conflict. In the north, however, a rising power was changing everything. Macedon, ruled by the brilliant and ruthless Philip II. He crushed his enemies, brought Greece under his control, and set his sights on an even greater prize: Persia, the mighty empire that had once tried to conquer Greece. But just as Philip was preparing for war, he was assassinated, and his son Alexander took the throne. Alexander inherited his father's ambition, but why didn't he turn westward toward Italy? The answer is simple: Rome wasn't worth his time. At the time, it was a small regional power, barely controlling central Italy. It wasn't the mighty empire we think of today, it was just another city-state among many. Persia, on the other hand, was the greatest empire of its age. Conquering it wouldn't just make Alexander powerful, it would make him legendary. And there was another reason. His father had promised to take revenge on Persia. If Alexander wanted to keep the Greek states under control, he had to fulfill that promise. And so, in 334 before Christ, he led his army across the Hellespont, stepping into Asia. What followed was one of the most breathtaking military campaigns in history. He smashed the Persian armies, defeated King Darius III, and took control of vast lands stretching from Egypt to India. With every victory, his power grew. In Egypt, he declared himself pharaoh. In Persia, he took the title of King of Kings. His legend was unstoppable. But then, something changed. He could have returned home, turned his eyes toward new lands, maybe even marched west. But the Persian Empire was far from pacified. Rebellions flared up. Generals declared themselves kings. And Alexander couldn't allow his empire to slip away. So he spent years crushing revolts, securing his rule, and pushing ever eastward, obsessed with reaching the very edges of the known world. And then, just as suddenly as his rise, it all ended. In 323 before Christ, at the height of his power, Alexander fell ill in Babylon. Within days, the greatest conqueror in history was dead at just 32 years old. His empire, too vast to hold together, shattered among his generals. But what if he had lived? Would he have turned westward? Would Rome have been crushed before it ever had a chance to rise? One decision, one march, and history could have been rewritten. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn off notifications so you don't miss a new, interesting video. Thanks for watching.